Whiff was utterly shocked. The last time he had heard of Stafford, he had returned to London. What was he doing back on Sodor?
What are you doing here, Stafford? I'm hiding. I was hoping to make it to the Fat Controller's Railway, but I ran out of charge. I've been here for months. What are you hiding from? Scrap. My owner said I was out of date and they wanted to scrap me. Oh, that wouldn't you?
Whiff suddenly had an idea.
I know. I'll bring you to my new owner. He'll absolutely love you. No, please don't. I don't want anyone to know I'm here. Much please, Whiff. Just keep me hidden.
Whiff was hesitant, but agreed.
Okay. I'll come visit you when I can. Maybe I can find you a charge. Or a way to the Fat Controller's Railway.
Whiff went on his way with a lot to think about. On one hand, he knew that the Earl would save Stafford just like he did for him. But on the other hand, he didn't want to upset Stafford by telling the Earl without his permission. It was a real conundrum. He saw Stafford when he could and kept him company. Whiff's cheery personality kept Stafford's spirits high. However, the question of telling the Earl still loomed in Whiff's mind. A week later, Whiff arrived at the junction station to find the Earl standing excited with some men.
Whiff, I would really like you to take these men and myself to the docks. They are here to inspect it to make sure it can handle heavier traffic than what's coming in now. We will have to inspect every inch of the site. I see, sir. I'll be happy to help.
Whiff was concerned but said nothing, and he quickly coupled up to the coach and made his way down the branch line. He was very worried about what the inspectors would say about Stafford when they found him. When the train arrived at the docks, Whiff hurriedly departed to see Stafford.
I have to turn around,
he called dismissively. The Earl was most confused. It wasn't like Whiff to be so distracted.
Stafford, we got a problem. What's up, Whiff? My owner's here with inspectors. They're looking over every inch of the docks. They're sure to find you. What? Whiff, please help me. Help keep me safe.
Whiff was reluctant, but agreed once again.
Oh, okay, I'll try to keep them away from you.
Whiff's driver was finished turning him around, and then they went to return to the rest of the group. The Earl was showing the men the different yard buildings, the dock walls, and the pier.
Most interesting, said the inspector. Sir Robert Normanby, you seem to know pretty much every inch of your line.
Yes, said the assistant. By all the information you told us on our way up, you've really done your research.
Thank you, gentlemen. There isn't a yard of this railway I haven't explored. Of course, sir. Don't you think we should show them the castle?
The inspector snorted.
We aren't here to see the castle, dear engine. We're here with the government to make sure it is safe to move larger ships in and out of these docks. What use will we have with the castle? Of course, gentlemen. Whiff, I don't know what's gone into you today. You seem distant. Is something wrong? What? No, sir, not at all, Whiff said quickly.
The Earl was suspicious, but said no more.
Let us get to the very back of the yard now. We have a turntable and an old shed back there. It's the sheds that the old BR engines would sleep in back when they used to work here before I bought the line. Is there anything in that shed? Asked the inspector. Come to think of it, I don't know. There's nothing in there, sir. It's completely clear. Well, let's see for ourselves, Whiff.
The men walked around the little water tower that had been blocking their view of the shed, to reveal Stafford resting in the afternoon sun.
Another one of your engines, Sir Normanby? Asked the inspector. No, I've never seen this engine before. Please, sir, explained Whiff. This is Stafford. He's an old friend of mine. He worked for Topham Hatt on loan many years ago. His owners don't want him anymore and wanted to scrap him. He's run all the way here to escape. What a fascinating engine. Are you an electric, Stafford? Yes, sir. Built at Stoke Works in 1919. What a wonderful find. Is this what you've been trying to hide with? Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Not at all. Don't be sorry. I shall purchase you at once. You'll make a great shunter at my new docks, if they can get approved. The Earl turned hopefully to the inspector, who smiled. Well, from what I've seen, Sir Normanby, your docks seem to be able to handle some larger ships. Nothing too fancy, but I'll be more than happy to modify the limitations of what ships can enter here. The Earl was ecstatic, a mood not too unfamiliar to him. He quickly ordered Whiff to move Stafford up to the castle before getting in contact with Stafford's former owners. "She, Stafford," Whiff called him as he started to move the little electric engine. "I told you my new owner is a good man." "Thank you, Whiff. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. It's been a long couple of months." Stafford became the Earl's second engine, just a few days after being found. However, he wasn't the last engine to be purchased by the Earl. But that's a story for another day.